Fair enough. Of course. Hello, everyone. It's time for the Tier 2 R10 Mexico. Yeah, sprint race today. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready to start. So, we've kind of just started late, but we're here. We're gonna go soon. And hopefully we'll have more than 8 finishers.
They're gonna get me started.
As I obviously am joined by my usual Tier 2 commentary partner, SBT Sams.
There's one benefit about 8 people finishing yesterday. It's it guaranteed me 8th place.
Yeah. What could have been a podium.
Yeah, but things happening. I was trying to go for the 3 in a row, you see. It would have been second as well, if I was half decent at the video game.
Check your audio. Do a radio check, really.
I have included it, I believe. Yeah, I have.
You have, yeah. I think as well. But it's a sprint race, isn't it? So that provides you with some enjoyable watching.
Not
see how
enjoyable driving, however, in my opinion.
No, but it's not enjoyable driving at Mexico, is it? I thought it would provide us with some good racing yesterday. I was very
The issue is with
wrong.
Mexico, with what me and like Joel and a few other drivers found out. If you want to overtake, you kind of have to be dirty because every single corner is a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, it's knowing your limits in the corners. And
the circuit
the limits change every lap.
Yeah, the circuit encourages dive bombs. It's the only way you can really pass.
Yeah.
Who are we waiting for? The Williams, both AlphaTauris, and a Mercedes and an Alpine. Oh. So how many drivers were we expecting?
I assume 20, but I'm not entirely sure.
Nope. Okay, so as it seems, we only got one Williams driving today. No AlphaTauris, because the one AlphaTauri driver who was meant to drive is driving for Red Bull instead, and only one Mercedes. So we're just waiting for an Alpine. That's if they join in time.
Fair enough. Yeah, we should be going soon. And I have actually just sorted out some stuff on the stream manager, so I can now, got my more buttons on my quick actions screen.
So yeah, we have nowhere near a full lobby today. So if we had a full lobby yesterday and 8 finishers, this is supposedly the worst tier, less drivers. I'm going to go a solid 3 finishers.
Guaranteed podium.
What's your prediction? How many people are you going to finish in your opinion?
I'm saying more than tier 1. Because the drivers are going to learn what went wrong yesterday and what not to do. You know, you were just the guinea pigs.
Well, that's the thing. I thought a lot of the drivers yesterday would have learned, okay, well, now that we've had 3 safety cars, we might want to calm down a bit. But no, no one changed. We proceeded to have another 3 after that. So, and we've just lost another driver.
This is brilliant.
It was 6 safety cars yesterday, wasn't it?
I would say it was 4. I'm not really sure. I didn't really pay attention.
I lost count.
I didn't appreciate the constant pings last night.
What, off me?
And I was trying to sleep. But yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Oh, I'm good. I am good.
I'll tell you who I've only just realised isn't in the Ferrari Academy.
Owen?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll send it if you can send it.
I was done about a pinging saying, do well when we get constructors today, but can't do that. Makes me a little bit angry.
So yeah, I mean, hello. Oh, my game's back in the chat. He's here. He's alive. Nick, I mean, why are people readying up? We're missing a lot of people. Are you here?
Yeah, I am. Just reading
Oh, hello.
everything. We're going in.
So I'm just trying to sort out some of the channels in the Ferrari Academy. And
We're underway.
yeah, green light is out and my TV's gonna turn off in 260 seconds. Where is my TV remote? There it is. Who's going to be first on track? As a Ferrari just gets ahead of a Red Bull. And it isn't big homie. That would be.
By the way, there's
F1
literally.
Ricardo.
No, I thought, okay, I'm dumb. I thought we're doing full qualifying, so I was about to say there's no point of anyone going there's actually no point of anyone going out. But it is short.
Yeah, because it's a sprint race. No, not that. Lap data, detail, tyres. People are going out on the mediums.
I'm just gonna. Oh, one person, you mean?
Right, Russell.
I'm just gonna ask you another question. Did you ever ask Mikhail about using the camera settings?
I didn't. I forgot. I'll do it now. I can sort it out whilst we sort some stuff. Stop pinging me.
Yeah. I've finally done them all today. I had like most cars. Then, like for example, our own team Haas. I just did. Actually, I had everyone but Haas. I'll just be honest.
What's
But it's
that?
because for the camera settings, I had everyone but Haas. Because
Right.
I never used to race
is
in the
it you want me-
Haas.
What is it you want me to ask?
Just ask if you're able to use the camera settings I've got for every different car. I've tried to make them as
Alright.
realistic to like the ones in real life. I can send you some pictures if you want me to.
Yeah, please. custom settings. But talking of camera settings, we ride on board with Russell, whose lap is already invalidated, so that's going to be a big shame for him. But big homie also on the lap with his teammate Ricardo on the lap there as well. So I don't know how they're going to do today. Ricardo looked very strong last time out in Singapore, where we did see a win for it was Hunji, wasn't it, took the win to further extend his lead in the championship. It's looking very promising for him, but he's out on track right now, where his returning teammate, returning reserve teammate NCCO is joining him today after no reaction from Hazabaz, and that's Ricardo slowing down after getting invalidated. His teammate is also invalidated, so tier 2
let me know if I.
struggling.
Oh yeah, you won't. Oh, files are too big. Get in the bin.
Let me guess, sending him on Discord. Send to him like WhatsApp or something.
Yeah, well, means I'm now going to have to go through every single team again and take the photos. Obviously, you won't have Alpha Tauris because they aren't racing today.
Oh yeah. Only 15 people end up showing up, but Mick, with the fastest lap so far, only able to keep it valid with a 1:16.7. So it's a good lap from him. And, well, I mean, good lap, in fact, it's valid. So there's a yellow flag as someone's going to say it's a Mercedes, that is Eddie. So yeah, all the game being back, so who are you race engineering for today? Would it be Eddie by any chance? As that's Eddie then getting out of the way in the ballpark section. But the championship leader, Hunji, going slow after getting invalidated. Kai's here, by the way.
Who am I missing? Haas,
Russell,
Ferrari,
Russell.
Alpine,
Just
Alfa Romeo,
getting out of the way
Williams,
again.
McLaren, Aston Martin.
Russell will dive in. Sheehan has now set a lap, only 59 hundredths of a second off
You'll have
me.
to have a look. I probably have missed someone.
Alright.
Championship leader Hunji now going for another lap, this time keeping it valid through 1, 2 and 3, as Binkers goes quickest of them all.
Yeah, it's a good lap from him.
Now this, personally, I found as the hardest section besides the S's, traction wise. It was just, I found it so easy last night to just slightly cook the rears and you would lose all of it.
Yeah,
It keeps it valid
tires,
through one of the hardest bits.
They're not nice, are they?
No, they overheat quite quickly.
So you want a nice attacking setup for these corners, but you do just have to risk that tyre heat, don't you? Keeps it valid.
As he rounds the final corner, is it going to be quicker?
The rear's looking to step.
15.0.
15.0.
1.6. Quicker than the closest car.
But none of his competitors have set valid laps yet. And talking of his competitors, one has just left the pit lane to start an out lap. And that is Russell. He's just been such a good driver so far this season. Made a few mistakes over the last couple of races. Well, I mean, I don't think he has. Has he finished? I'm not sure if he's finished a race in the last 3. So it's not going great for him after doing so well in Singapore and bottoming it. It's the only way to describe what happened. Owened very clean through the S's. Looked like he was going to drift off track.
You can definitely use a lot more curb through there. That's a different. And that invalidates there.
I mean, he did take a bit more curb through there.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about that bit.
Oh, he listened to you at the wrong time, but his lap probably would have been quite good.
I think it would have been quite close to his teammate, as he did have a purple sector too.
Practicing. Yeah, he's put a lot
Both of them
practice
have,
in.
surprisingly.
Oh, yeah.
Hanji practicing for a change.
Text saying, what a clap. I don't think that's English, Kai. But Kai, why is your name Tex and not Skids? But anyway, talking about it, he's still going again then. He's purple in Sector 2, according to the map. Not sure if he actually is, we'll have a look. NCFC Owen, so 28.4.
He doesn't like to use these curves through here, does he?
28.2. No, I think he just feels a bit cautious.
That's the thing. If you want the lap time, you've kind of got to use every single bit of the curve.
Why is Mano in a Red Bull and not an Alpha Tauri?
It's a good question. However, NCFCO are now around the final corner, another corner that I personally struggled with. 4 tenths behind his teammate, as it is now a Haas 1-2.
But Hanji in the worst position for the race start, though. Just, unless you can get an electric start, you don't want to be there.
You've clearly not been watching some of his starts recently, if you don't think he's going to get an electric start.
And Russell goes P2, a tenth and a half. No, not a tenth and a half. 105 tenths of a second quicker than NCFC.
I'll just put it this way, okay? By the way, Hanji, we were doing a league race. What? The other night now?
Yeah,
Friday. He started 8th and was 3rd after turn 1.
What track was it? USA?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at USA, isn't he?
Turn 1, not lap 1, turn 1. That's how electric. That's how good his start was.
Yeah.
As I'm baffled on how Top has still somehow got this lap validated, despite going off the circuit 3 times.
That's going to be
P7.
P7, so obviously didn't gain much time from going off track. All them times as Jeansy. To join Jeansy, he's not on track, but keeps it valid. Still valid as he enters the ballpark. And look, the rear's having a bit of a twitch, but not too bad, but then ends up cutting the corner. At the entrance to the just a long corner. It would be good with some banking at Mexico.
The final corner.
Just back on and out that.
I don't know.
I'd like a bit of banking at the final corner. A bit like Zandvoort, it'd be nice. It would kind of add to the racing, if you know what I mean. Not Monza style banking, obviously. Just a little bit of banking.
I think it'd be a weird corner if they added banking.
Yeah, but I think it would work because Matt goes into P4 now. With a
Hanji currently down at
only
10th and a half.
3,000ths. I mean, Matt only 3,000th of a second off of NCFC Owen. And I'm not sure how long he'll want to keep NCFC in his name after being confirmed of relegation the other night. Really relevant, but you know, Brentford fans drinking the tears.
The speed that Hanji's carried through their messes as he sets a purple sector 2.
Yeah.
However, still down in 10th and a half.
Down.
That was just his poor sector. That was his
sector 2.
No. That was just his first sector.
Alright. So I don't trust the map when it says it's purple. I really hope they upgrade that for next year. As he does
quickest by
like 700.
7,000.
Sorry. Quicker that, you know, every little helps. And Mano in the big sister team instead of the newborn Alpha Tauri. Don't really understand what's happened there, but something's happened in the Red Bull Academy.
Did you look at the camera settings?
Oh, have you sent them to me?
Yeah. all on WhatsApp.
Which in WhatsApp? I haven't got them. Oh,
Because I messaged them to Ben.
Just forward them to me.
I'm gonna have to.
That is Mano. It's a big crash. I look down at my phone, I look up, and I hear him spinning off into the wall. That's unlucky for Mano. Oh, I like them. And then I can always reset them to default if I want to change them. Hanji enters the pit lane, but Russell currently out on the lap. He needs to find
down about
over 3 tenths if he wants. Yeah, he's got some time to find, but yeah, he's not going to improve because he's not exactly flying around these S's. Just takes a bit of a leisurely Sunday drive.
A lot of the drivers I've noticed deciding against using the curbs through the second sector, besides Hanji.
He feels like Hanji feels confident. Obviously, it's feeling confident not spinning and feeling confident on the track limits because they're so inconsistent. I've found at Mexico. You know, it's one lap it's all right, next lap it's not all right. What you're doing on the curbs. But everyone now will be starting to come out for their final runs. Will we see Hanji coming back out, or is he going to do what he's done previously, where he's stayed in the garage instead of going out for a final run?
I think he kind of has to go out for the final run. Just makes no sense. You got 3 sets of softs. You got enough time to do 3 runs.
Yeah.
And he knows if he nails the first sector, as DRS Russell invalidates,
and he comes out.
He can go. He knows he can go quicker, and he is out. Both passes coming out at basically identical times.
Yeah, it's one person we need to talk about is Jeansy. He's falling away at the top of in the title fight. He went from having such a good commanding run commanding the championship, and it started to go downhill after the COVID. So hopefully he'll come back stronger and give us a good, interesting final 3 races, including this one.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking
races.
forward to.
Oh, go on.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, I mean you just like it, don't you? It's just your best track. But Russell decides he's not going to go back. Well, no, not going to the line as he does enter the garage. And I assume a new set of softs will be going on, considering he has used a set of mediums to save a set of tyres. But Matt Coppola won the top 4 on the lap. He's almost down by a tenth, but he can find that in the final sector, I'm sure. What were you going to say, Sam?
I've realised I'm very much of a street circuit merchant. Canada,
yeah,
Singapore, Baku.
But Monaco, I like Monaco. I don't see what the fuss is about Monaco. As long as you can keep it out of the wall.
Well, yeah, you say that, but then did you watch the race yesterday at Mexico?
True.
And you think we could do Monaco? As Ricardo retires, believing he won't go quicker.
But he does get into P2. And he's still over 3 tenths down on Hanji. So Hanji looking untouchable at the top as he's in the S's but invalidated. And his teammate also invalidated.
However, both smart. They came out at just the right time to be able to have enough time for 2 runs.
Yeah, and Eddie did end up setting a lap and going into P6 with 1 minute and 40 left in this session. Jeansy is invalidated in sector 2, so he's just going to want to.
I think Jeansy just needs to
set a lap.
I think he needs to calm down a bit.
He flies across the S's. They don't exist in his eyes, and it's just.
We need to ask Mick to implement something against that, because that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, I'll ask him now.
Because if you technically look in the rulebook, it's a penalty point and a 5-second time penalty during a race. But I don't think it's worthy of like a 5 second. I don't know. We'll have to ask Mick.
Yeah, I'm now doing it.
As Hunji's invalid again. Owen is also invalid. Russell, however, keeping it clean. He's going to come through free. Now activating the DRS.
Russell?
Yep. Into turn 4 as he's down about a tenth.
Hopefully he can find that and get closer. Plunge and get ahead of Russell. No, yeah, Ricardo. As one of the Hasses across the line, that would be Hunji not improving. And Jeansy retires then. He's not going to improve. He will start down in 14th as Eddie and Monkey are done.
Russell is still down, however, he gets invalid now. I would have been, I'm quite sure he's very angry as he puts it into the wall.
So that'll be, looks like it's provisional pole still for Hunji. He's slowing down, he's not going to improve. But
Owen, however, is going to try and improve. Coming through the first sector. Basically equal on his previous lap. A lot of traffic. If he can nail this second sector, as he nails the first part of it, deciding to use a bit more curb there. However, he does have a car ahead. Does that affect him? It is his teammate who does move. Is he up? That is the question. A 10th. Will it be enough to secure a 1-2?
Is all he needs to get ahead of Russell, which is all his teammate needs. Is an extra car between himself and his title rival. And what can Owen do on this lap then? It's good enough for P2. So it's a 1-2 it's a front row lockout for the Haas pair for the sprint race. With the nearest title rival of Hunji down in P4, quite close in P4. And that is everyone finished now, as we just wait for Hunji's pit crew to be sorted. But unlucky Jeansy, and still not managing to set a lap and improve. But it's a sprint race. He's got good race pace, so we can just expect that from him. It's, yeah, good starting position for the Haas pair, but Russell is in a great position for the toe. You know, that's all he needs in this situation. That's what he can get. And, you know, the toe is just perfect. So we will be going to the sprint. I don't know if we'll have a formation lap. I doubt we'll have a formation lap on the sprint, because we never do.
You physically can't. When you have
you can't, it's only 5 laps.
Now all we need is a good start from both Haas drivers and a lead 1-2 for the whole time.
We can hope. But it's going to be an enjoyable watch for the sprint. The sprints are fun to watch. You know, some people don't like the real life sprints, but I do. As we go to the red lights, we have 4 and 5 now for the Mexican sprint, and it's lights out and away we go. And it's a good start for both Haas drivers, but a great start for Russell. He's already up alongside of NCCO and up into P3. He's going to get the tyre in the slipstream, but Ricciardo up to P2. What can Hunji do? Can he maintain the lead? It's a great start from Hunji, so he will lead as Russell will go down the inside of Ricciardo and will force him out wide with good respectful driving, and he will get up into P2, and Ricciardo will stick with his contact between the two drivers, and they somehow both keep it out the wall and down the inside. Ricciardo goes to look for the switchback, but not got the traction to complete the move as Hunju now pulls away 1.5 seconds the gap. That's Big Homie falling down the order, down to P7, and still only a tenth separate, but the dirty air through the the S's, not good for Ricciardo, and he's now 5 tenths back instead of a tenth. That's why we are looking forward to the new cars. And that is Mano off at the back, having a spin at the S's. And I spoke about Jeansy's race pace, and I know he has it, and he clearly does. He's already up to P11, but Mick gets past Mick and Jeansy side by side right now. Eddie and Binker side by side, 100 faster than one at 18.2. With a 1.6 gap, he's just going to drag that out at the top. It's looking good for himself today. As Binkerson get the toe on Eddie. They're gone. I have just taken control. You can talk.
It may not have been the greatest start for NCFCOing, but a brilliant one for Hunji instead, as Binkers tried to go down the inside of Eddie there.
I mean, it's giving him a good run.
Get the switch back, hopefully. We'll look to go to the outside.
Is he just going to brake and duck to the inside? He's not. He's going to take a tight line, but covered off perfectly by Eddie as the rear starts to twitch. And that will allow Jeansy up the inside. Binkers and Jeans side by side, and that's Binkers very far off track, still side by side. Grab the inside line, not going to back out, makes contact, and that is why you back out. And it ends up in the wall with NCSO and gets a 2-second time penalty.
The battery's died, sorry.
Oh, hello, it's fine.
Hello.
So, watching that, Binkers, most tier 1 drivers were backing out when they're on the inside. Binkers decided not to, as Matt clips the bollard and has a bit of a tank slap because he just clips the curb, but keeps it clean. And a 16.9 being set from Hunji. He's on 1.7 advantage now. Owen can now put the pressure on Ricciardo as DRS gets enabled on top, getting past Sheehan. An easy move for him, and Big Homie will look to make the move as well. As Owen gets past Ricciardo backing off. Did Ricciardo just let him go?
I think so.
There may be some...
Is that maybe a bit of teamwork between the Ferrari Academy drivers?
So, I haven't said anything. I don't know what's going on there, so maybe it is just Ricciardo knowing what's at stake for the Haas team, the fact they can win the Constructors this year. But Russell P2 now, as he will now... I mean, he's always been P2, but he's going to try to put the hunt in as drivers drop him back. That's Sheehan. Round with no front wing to... No, we've got to stop the slander, but, you know, to no one's surprise.
I'm just going to say this, if
Jeansy to P7.
If the race, if the 50%, if the long main race is like this, I think it could be a Hunji growing the gap at the top of the drivers.
Yeah, it's a good drive from himself today, and I'm going to assume Big Homie's got damage as he has just been swamped. And he's now P11. He had every car going past him through the ballpark. And it doesn't look like he's got damage. But the gap between Owen and Ricciardo, 1.3. Owen needs to find 7 tenths if he wants to maintain the P3. But side by side, Matt and Ricciardo, good defense from Ricciardo as he will hold off the Alpine drive. And I mean, the Alpine driver's going to want to get the move done now. He's got the DRS. Binkers will look. F1 Ricciardo will look to defend. I'm not sure how much defense he can put in. He stays on the inside and will take the racing line. And they've kept it clean. And so nice. I mean, so far, what I've said is right. They have learned from the tier 2 mistakes. No, tier 1 mistakes, sorry. As Binkers and Sheehan both box then.
I'm just confused on why Ricciardo wants to help Owen so much.
Yeah, I mean, Ricciardo definitely not sticking with the track limits, but the battle between Ricciardo and Matt really helping helping Owen at the top. Only 2/10 separate. It's 2 seconds, not it's 2 seconds anymore. It's now 1.8 again. Only 2/10 needing to be found now by Owen. If this battle continues, he will find it. It's because down in P14 has got a big gap to Sheehan and is in no man's land at this point.
He did stop.
He did, yeah. The red light flashing for Matt.
I think both of them have basically no ERS. As Ricardo gets past, you'll have DRS on the next straight.
Much of a battle between them.
Top,
and now the gap's
gained
2
7
seconds.
Places, is going to try maybe get involved.
Great drive from top. There you go. Whack the position change graphic on. With only one more sector 2 and sector 3 to go, so 1.5 sectors left in this race. It's looking like it'll be a commanding win. Rangiers Russell gets a 2-second time penalty. Not really going to affect him, as Owen also has one. I'll put the penalty graphic on for you all. Eddie gets 4 seconds after being disqualified last time out. Not last time out, sorry. Last night. For tier 1. Oh, that's Matt with a big snap of understeer and ending up tapping the wall. But where Top has massively dropped back, and he's got Jeansy now as Hunji will take the win in the sprint race, and Russell will end up will take P2. Hunji in P4, but position taken at the line, with Ricardo keeping within the 2 seconds by just under 2/10. Take the podium position, so it's P4 for the second hash driver. Matt in P5, Top takes P6. Jeansy from the back of the grid taking P7. Mick and High Caliber for the Alfa Romeo pairing in P8 and P9. Eddie in P10, Monkey P11. Mano from P15 gets up to P12. Big Homie will take P13. Binkers will come round the final corner now and cross the line for P14. Just Sheehan left to complete the sprint race. He'll finish the ballpark and enter the final corner, being at 12.5 seconds down on Binkers at the back of the grid, so it's unfortunate for him. It's a good drive, that one. And whilst we wait for the lobby to be set up, obviously I know you guys don't want to watch this to all happen, so we're going to go to an ad, and we'll see you probably whilst we're still on the loading screen. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, a minute early. Hey everyone, so yeah, the advert didn't really do anything for you all, you just... Sorry, I unplugged my mic. The advert didn't really do much for you all, so you just missed out on the timing screen. So yeah, it's we're on to the menu screen now, so it shouldn't be too long. It's not like it's me sorting out the lobby, so it should be fine. But how is everyone? Someone answer me in chat, it would be nice. Since you lot have been rather quiet today. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you are right, Kai. It's a bit dead. I don't know why you're all so quiet today. You're never this quiet. I mean, Sammy, you've been quiet. Where are you? Just none of you are here. I don't think Sam's here. Oh, you're here. Hello.
There's just not much to talk about, is there?
No, we're just on a menu screen. There's 12 right now. Okay. Okay. It's been recently we've been a bit quiet and people watching videos, so I mean it's just a bit of a boring track in it to watch a league race at. It's a shame. But I don't know. How are you, Kai? Because you're the only one that's answering me. So how are you? If you don't answer me, Kai, I won't be happy, alright? So please answer me. What did you enjoy that race? Sam?
It was alright, I guess. There wasn't much action considering it's only 5 laps long, but
I enjoyed it. I think it was a good race. There was some alright action. Hopefully we'll see a bit more in the main race. I mean, yeah, Sam is correct. It is a lot less havoc. And are you bored, Sam? Because Kai thinks you sound it.
look, there's not much to do on loading screens, is there?
No, that's the issue with the sprint. I like the sprints. It's just having to sort the grid out. So far, Kai, tier 2's been better. Because then the lobby hasn't broken yet. I'd say that's a positive.
There is formation lap this time.
There is. That's good. I mean, it gives us nothing to talk about, but that's good. By the way, for all of you watching, there won't be a oh, and for us as well, there won't be a little advert for the next 35 minutes. You know, well, I mean, unless I play one, but Twitch won't be playing one for the next 35 minutes.
You can do your tyre rundown again.
I can in a horrific way.
That went amazingly in Italy, didn't it?
I really wish we got to see the graphic that we have like for real life. Like in qualify, you got it in Grand Prix mode, in like the career mode. Why can't we have it in online? Because all they need to do is take the player's avatar. If you know what I mean? Because they've got
the good rundown.
Yeah, and just
with Crofty.
No, but if there's just no audio on it,
You just dub over your voice.
I mean, yeah. As long as there's no audio, I can just do it. If you know what I mean. But anyway, formation lap underway, and you've already seen the grills because it was the finishing of the race just a minute ago. But the tyres, everyone on softs down to P8, and then high caliber strapping on a set of mediums, and then 10th to 12th all on soft. Vikomi splitting them on the mediums, and then Beast and Sheeran strapping on a set of softs. So soft being the preferred tyre right now. And you really
love being awkward in the way you said that.
Yeah.
All drivers are on softs, bar 2.
Yeah.
High caliber in P9 and big homie in P13. There you go. That's all you had to say.
Yeah. Gives you a bit of a. I don't know. I'll do it in my own little way. Sam, you've known me for 5. You've known me for what? 5. What?
Too long. Put it that
9 years.
Yeah.
8 years.
Put it too long.
You know I do stuff awkward, but it's right. 2-stop strategy for the soft medium, and it's gone already. You can just read it on your screen. It doesn't state. I mean, no, but people watching, you can read it yourself.
Hanji's just got a wonderful picture of Hanji's helmet. That looks good.
Oh yeah, your tier 2.
Still representing the Ukraine stuff.
Yeah, your photographer for today. Because we've got some investment into the media. It's no investment, but some upgrades to the media department. We now have photographers.
Just quickly pauses time, hops out of the car, takes a photo.
Exactly. Back in. Sort of just tells everyone just stop the race for a sec. I need to say.
Just pause a second. Stop exactly where you are.
Yeah, sort of sun starts to set.
I gotta get a photo.
Yeah, whips out the camera.
Cool. Did you just see that floating camera going past?
Oh yeah, it's up there, isn't it? It's like some sort of. Why is it like the Starship Enterprise?
I think one thing I saw last night while getting photos for Tier 1. There's a man standing at the top of a crane holding a camera near the grandstand.
Oh, is there? But anyway, we have green light, we have 3 red lights, we have 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the second time. But it's a good start from Russell. This time he's already alongside, he's already ahead of his championship rival. And I mean, who's going to lead into? If I unplugged my mic, I don't know if I have completely, so if I might have went silent for it.
This could be absolute chaos between the 2 championship contenders as Russell gives it a full squeeze.
And Hanji's sticky with him, keeps his nose in and gets back ahead.
That is a great defensive manoeuvre / overtake. However, he's going to have to do it again. Oh, it's a very big squeeze.
It's a good switch back from Russell, but whilst that goes on, the cars behind them squabbling as Big Homie, sorry, I'm getting so confused with Ferrari drivers. There's Ricciardo and Top squabbling away, a 10th between them. But at the top now, 2 tenths, and Russell now dropping back, and the 2-stop and the strategy is back up. He didn't get to read it last time. As Hanji goes off, that'll be a warning. We've got a yellow flag at the back. That's Mano. He's spun it again at the same point he spun it in the sprint, and the gap still being extended at the top as Gene Z tries to make the move on Matt. Only 2 tenths behind for the ballpark. A bit of dirty air will not help. It's just a pure wash. As it's pushing Matt through, as Henry sets.
He did actually hit the wall getting out the final corner with his rear end there.
It's just such a close playing field around this circuit. But Mick, he's going to face the move.
I think Gene Z is going to try and look for the move on Matt.
No, he doesn't want to go for the dive, and Mick just behind. Owen drops to P8 after that sprint, right? After the qualifier. No. After the race start, as Matt goes off track, and that'll be a warning for exceeding track limits. As the medium drivers are joined at the back at 13th and 14th. You were saying?
Oh, Owen hits into the back of Mikhail there. Well, I'm going to do my classic part. Your winners and losers of the race start.
Detail.
The
Position change.
biggest loser of them all, High Caliber, losing 5 positions, originally starting in P9, dropping now down to P14. However, don't blame the poor man, it happened to me when I started on mediums. I got absolutely swamped. Second loser, NCFC Owen, started P4, now P8, as he almost runs into the back of Mikhail again, losing 4 positions. Not as impressive as High Caliber, considering he's on softs. However, moving on to your winners of the race start, we have Binkers up 4 positions, 14th to 10th. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. However, he will not be happy with his ERS management, already on 0%. Second, you'll have Sheehan.
Sorry, to mention the fact that almost saw Russell spinning as his rear is just kicking as he loses a bunch of time. But anyway, back to your winners.
Sheehan up next, started last, now P12. A bit better on the ERS management compared to Binkers with 91%. And finally, you have Hop up 2 positions, started P6, up into P4. He is on the soft compound tyre like most are today, however struggling through this S section as DRS Russell is the first driver to pick up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
In the S section of 100, that's probably going to be another warning for him if he just gets up over the white line. So I think that's probably his second warning now. 6 tenths separate them, and Sheehan only 4 tenths off the back of Monkey, and Monkey only 4 tenths off the back of Binkers' Jeansy, whilst his 2 title rivals are squabbling out for P1 and P2. He's in P6 and looking to main places, as Hunji is now just going to be absolutely murked down this straight without the DRS advantage, and it's perfect for Russell because he'll just get the DRS on the next straight as well. So there we go. Always contact with the back, and that is top round. That was actually some great driving there from Owen, by the way, as he was side by side with Mick and Eddie, and he ended up just going round him. I hope you can get a photo of that, Sam.
That will be up to Ben.
Oh, you're not doing it?
No, because
oh, yeah.
Even though you spectate the races, you don't get the highlights.
Oh yeah, you don't.
So I'm the tier 1 photographer.
Yeah,
Ben's the tier 2 photographer.
I'll tell Ben to look at that one, because that would make a nice photo with top sideways, and then splitting as Hunji gets 3 seconds.
So the 2 race leaders are the ones with the penalties. Just clearly proves how much they're pushing each other at the moment in time.
I mean, they're pushing so hard. They've got almost 2-second gaps to Ricardo in third.
I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to be too difficult for them to open the time.
No, but I believe that was it was Owen making the move, just going down the inside at the ballpark section, as Hunji will take the lead back down the main straight. And
we're going to see a lot of this between these two.
Yeah, it's just that's the issue with this track. It's such a good run from Russell. He's just managed to get alongside through turn 1-2. Even with the DRS advantage, Hunji can't completely defend, but he does this time. He just sort of just says no to the invite, or says no to the asking of a cup of tea, and just closes the door in his face. And now we'll pull away.
Eddie up back past NCFC Owen, however, now.
I believe Eddie does have at least 3 seconds detail.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, 3 seconds. I'm not sure if it was 3 or 6. They're the only 3 drivers with penalties. Your ones on the screen.
Jeansy up into P4 now, by the way, as Big Homie gets a 3-second time penalty.
That's a great drive.
So does Mikhail, and so does Binkers.
So I believe Monkey did at the same time. I think everyone getting penalties at that point. But 5 tenths the gap at the top, so that should be a move again at the top. 7 tenths. It was a good final corner as there's a yellow flag. That's Monkey. Had a spin somewhere. No,
it's not. Monkey is completely fine.
So Monkey dropping back at the same time as Mick. As Hunji
stays ahead this time.
Bit of a switcheroo, but he had such a good advantage. But either way, I don't know if we'll be able to keep position as...
No, Russell gets a terrible run out of turn 2.
Oh yeah.
Turn 3, sorry.
It's the dirty air, isn't it, this track? I know, I mentioned it earlier.
It is.
It's so horrible. It's just chicanes, this track, that's the issue. Chicanes and dirty air are the two worst things in this game. Say 3/10 separating them, as they'll go through the S's. Hungy just looks so much more confident in the S's than Russell, than any other driver does. He knows his limits around that sector, or around that
However,
section.
I'm sure Russell's going to get past on the main straight this time.
Yeah, only 4 tenths separating.
Only now 5 tenths behind.
How the ballpark section goes, as Hungy does get a bit out of shape on the rears, but he's got a 7/10 advantage. As it's Devon this time. It's Russell out of shape and losing a couple of tenths coming out the final corner, so he will stay behind. So I don't think he'll gain enough. I don't think he has enough straight. As Hungy pulls to the outside, no, pulls to the inside, back to the outside, picking his side.
As Owen breezes past Eddie up for P6.
So
Owen will be wanting to make up for his poor starts in both sprint and the main race. I believe I think he's got the pace to get back up to roughly where he started, you know, that 4th, 5th position. Just all really depends on how much Eddie is going to fight him and how much Jeansy and Matt ahead battle.
I mean, I think Owen's main priority is Jeansy and getting ahead of I mean, not even for his own sake, but for his teammate, as Russell gets another 3 seconds. So that is a big advantage into Hungy. The ball is in Hungy's what is the saying? The ball's in Hungy's, it's not court, is it? Or side?
Ball is... I don't know.
I am gonna Google, if you can commentate on the Russell versus Hungy.
Well, Russell could surely get past if he wants to drain his ERS. They're both quite similar ERS-wise. As Hungy's going to pull to the inside to defend it. I'm going to stay on board here with Russell as he's going to look to go to the outside of turn 1 for the inside of turn 2. Runs in deep. Hungy trying to look to get the switchback move. He's going to drain his ERS. However, Russell is going to have the DRS. But it doesn't matter, Hungy's going to leave the battery on. Russell, however, having to turn his on to defend and keep the position. As Mikhail picked up another 3-second time penalty in the process, as NCFC Owen is starting to close in on Jeansy and Matt and drop Eddie behind. Big Homie and Binkers side by side now going through Sector 1. That's a good little scrap between them as Binkers tries to hold it round the outside. Still side by side as there's a little bit of contact. Binkers for the inside of the first S. He's going to stay there. He's going to have to cut the corner a bit in the process as they're still side by side. As however, Big Homie thinks better of it, pulls out, and lets Binkers take the position now. As however, he could get the run down into the next corner, down with the DRS assistance. He's going to go down the inside. Binkers holds on around the outside. However, this has only allowed Sheehan to close up as Hungy boxes the first of the front runners, clearly trying to cover off that undercut, maybe going to force Russell to pit earlier than he wanted to too. Current gap between the front runners, 3.7 seconds now as Hungy comes out into some wonderful clean air. He'll be allowed to push as Mikhail picks up another 3-second time penalty.
Sheehan has just made a double overtake.
Has he?
Yeah, he's just got both Big Homie and Binkers down the main straight with the DRS and the double toe. But
Eddie gets past. Oh no, they're still side by side. No, why?
Kai's just called Luigi. Oh, there's contact.
As Eddie goes spinning round on the inside of Bowen. Maybe he was expecting a bit more room there. As Ricardo picks up a 3 second.
Eddie did get a 3 second for being off the track, so I doubt that will stay. As Eddie's tyres, they're just going to be so hot and covered in glass.
Sorry, Owen did not cross the white line there and got a 3 seconds.
Have you clipped it? High Caliber retires, he's stacked it.
No, I didn't.
Alright. Virtual safety car is
just
out.
does.
Will it be a full course? No.
This
it will
upgrades
not
to a
be.
full course. This could be appalling as Owen comes into the pit lane.
It's
Going
not.
to be strapping on a set of mediums, I'm guessing.
And
Russell
Jeansy
stayed out.
stays
Ricardo and Matt comes in. Jeansy stays out.
P2 now for Jeansy.
As Owen into the box. It is a set of mediums strapped on.
And Hungy
As
has
Owen
in fact
comes-
lost the position to Ricardo, stopping early, and the virtual safety car not helping if Ricardo doesn't have to stick to the Delta. So that has not gone well
unlucky.
for Hungy.
I'm sure if Russell... I think Russell messed up now not boxing. Because surely the safety car will come in, or the virtual safety car will end before he reaches the pit lane.
There we
Yep,
go.
I was right.
And whack it on leader,
So-
we'll see the gap. The gap between
Ricardo could possibly end up leading this race once
He is
3
on the
cars
s-
ahead.
the soft
has
tyres
boxed.
though have been put on by him. So he's on a very different strategy to Hungy, who I assume is on the one stop.
No,
if he can stretch
it's the
mediums.
2-stop, trust me.
Alright. I must say, I'm not sure if he can stretch mediums 26 laps, but you know. As there's a yellow flag, that's Mick and Top, both off track. Top spinning back around and Mick will get...
Yep, DRS
get
Russell
ahead.
pits, we will see where he comes out.
Jeansy staying out.
Jeansy staying out.
Being aggressive then, going long. Banking on a safety
Is he going to
car
try and
maybe.
make the one-stop work?
I mean, he might be able to.
Possibly
We know he
from
can.
Jeansy.
He can preserve the tyres, but anyway, I did Google it by the way. The ball is in
Yeah.
court, so it's ball with the
Oh.
ball is in. I mean, the ball is in Ricardo's
Hungy
court at this point.
is not going to be very happy as he has lost out to both Ricardo and Russell and on the slower tyres of each. However, he knows come the end of this race, he's going to be on the quicker tyres. Russell gets a bit out of shape following Ricardo through turn 1, 2 and 3. That
With no
what we-
DRS.
We came up with the right left this last time. I think this time it's going to be the right left right.
Right, left, right. It doesn't have the same ring to the left to it as the left, the right, left.
The right left. The left right right. No, what? The right left. I can't remember.
Is it
Right
left,
left. There you
Right,
go.
right, left. Oh, it's Matt Copper leads.
Right left.
I wonder if he's had some internet issues. Hopefully he can get that in. Okay, so there's a yellow flag in sector 2, and that is Sheehan facing the wrong way, I presume. As at
Big
the top,
homie
Ricardo,
lets his teammate go by.
and now he can put the defence in. Will it be a Ferrari Academy masterclass? No, big homie not really defending.
Oh,
But he will
that
defend
has
Russell.
not worked
Hungy.
out well for Hungy.
He gets held up massively by big homie. He's not going to be
And
happy.
has dropped out of DRS of Russell. That has not worked very well for Hungy.
But out at front, as Jeansy did box then, and is now down in P7 behind NTFC Owen, but ahead of Binkers by quite a bit, by 2.6 seconds. But the gap at the top, only 8/10 as Ricardo will lead this, and there is time for some blue flags.
Owen passes Matt Copper.
Yeah, Matt isn't here, so it's really.
Oh,
really
he spun, I
cross.
believe. Oh no, yeah, AI, sorry.
Yeah, but there is the blue flag. He's back. And he's He has already 1.6 behind when he gets back. 1.8 now, 1.9. And he
All I'm
should
going
be
to say is
taking control
Ricardo
soon.
and Russell are going to have to hope that they're going to be able to open a gap to Hungy, because obviously by come the end of the race, Ricardo and Russell will be on the slower compound, which Hungy has taken on earlier, so that he
Yeah.
could possibly be quicker towards the end.
They've got to work together. No, I think they will
Battling
work
between the
together.
two will only just help Hungy most
Matt
likely
and
secure the race
Jeansy
win.
have a bit of a battle, and Jeansy will look to make the move at the through the ballpark. But at the top, Ricardo, he's going to want to try and stay ahead and try and get as close to top as he can. Bit of a switcheroo from Russell, and he'll just pull ahead before the braking zone. Not much defence being able to be put in by Ricardo. And Russell will take the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix once again, but 2.1 seconds the gap between Hungy and Ricardo. So they are pulling the gap out, even with their little bit of a battle. and that is what they two need to do. But is Ricciardo still going to be focusing on helping Hunji, or just his own race now, because there's a win on the cards for himself, considering the penalties?
That's the thing, it depends on
have 6 seconds.
Depends on if Ferrari decide to return the favour. Obviously, I was involved in trying to help Ferrari yesterday. Will Ferrari pay it back by helping us, who are in the title fight in Tier 2, instead of them who are in the title fight for Tier 1?
I don't know, but at the front, the blue flags, it's helping Russell out an absolute treat as he gets the DRS on top, and he's gonna get the DRS again down the next straight.
That has not helped Ricciardo.
It is. Ricciardo really needs Russell to clear top, and Russell just can't clear top. Top's gonna get a penalty in a minute for blue flags, as he hasn't let him go yet. Obviously, you don't gain or lose any time if you are Russell because of the ghosting, so you don't even have to worry about the dirty air, do you? Because the car, you don't get it from the car ahead if they're ghosted, I believe. But I think Russell will get the DRS. I am aware, but I'm not sure. Will he get the DRS? No DRS then. And Ricciardo will get the DRS, but 8/10 of the gap, as Russell very close to the white line. I'm not sure if he has kept within track limits there, but I believe he has, as now the gap is over a second. Who is going to be ahead? And it looks like it should be Russell. Only 9/10 separate them. I don't think there
Ricciardo
is DRS.
did not get DRS.
So
Russell done just enough to drop him. As Big Homie now decides to pit.
Just over a second when they crossed the section zone, and this is now going to be into Hunji's favour as NCFC Owen takes P4. Everyone has stopped now.
I'm sure what we're going to see from NCFC Owen right now is Fernando Alonso defending.
Oh yeah. I think that's what is going to be needed, isn't it?
We saw Hazabaz doing it out in Singapore.
Yes, that was a great drive for himself. He did take the podium, didn't he? But
no, it was P4.
Didn't keep it after penalties and after FIA ruling of penalties being removed.
Russell has fully dropped Ricciardo now, as it's not really going to be much of a challenge anymore for Russell. All Russell can now do is hope and build the gap to Hunji. So when Hunji gets the softs back on, he's got a big enough gap to hold.
Yeah. All Ricciardo needs to do though is keep it within a second. Oh no, sorry, 3 seconds of.
Oh yeah, I forgot about how Russell has 6 seconds, doesn't he?
But eventually, it will be advantage Hunji when the tyres start to go off on the top 2. So softs will be reaching.
They don't last very long around here.
But Russell, he just looks so happy in that clean air.
It's round 10 to 12 laps the softs can last. That's maximum.
And whilst the top 2 have gap extensions, Eddie makes a move and knocks down the extension built by Big Homie, and will now build his own extension on his P9.
By the way, so far it seems like you're going to predict right. There's going to be more finishes in Tier 2 than in Tier 1.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They sort of, like I said, you were guinea pigs last night. Now you kind of learnt what is smart. They learnt what's smart and what's not smart from you. But it's a great run from Big Homie through the S's, and you'll get past as Eddie lets him go. But is that tactical play to get the DRS down the next down the main straight where it matters the most? because it'll be within the DRS, only 6 tenths behind, 7 tenths. So maybe he won't get ahead. He won't get ahead as the rear snap and he's sort of drifting around the final corner. And it's 8 tenths, 9 tenths now. So I doubt he'll get that close, as he now will find the time. But he doesn't pull right behind Big Homie to get the toe. He gets the gap down to 4 tenths at turn 1 to hopefully get him down this straight. But the gap at the top, 2 seconds. Russell is so happy he hasn't got anyone holding him up the dirty air in front of him. Big Homie just holding it in front. These two are the closest on track, battling for P9, who will be ahead going on to lap 19. It's going to look like it's going to be Big Homie, as the gap's now over a second, as Eddie gets another 3-second time penalty. And will it be disqualification number 2? Eddie, 2 in a row.
Well, he kept it cleaner this race so far.
Yeah, he's also
clearly learning from mistakes.
But yeah, 1.2 out of DRS, so Big Homie can now pull away after the P9 and put the pressure onto Sheehan, who is on 7 lap old softs. Also top 2, also on 7 lap. Well, Ricardo on 7 laps, Russell on 6. And 7 tenths, all Russell needs to find now, and he could do it. But will we see a safety car ruin his plans? Or do you think we'll see a safety car ruin his plans?
I'm not too sure. I mean, the way that how it's been considerably clean, I don't think we will.
I'm proud of the lads today. They have done such a good job when it comes to cornering. And talking of cornering and keeping it clean, Binker's almost has a bit of a big crash as he gets the 3 seconds at the S's to put the pressure on onto Matt. And by the way, only driver without a penalty right now is Jeansy, and Jeansy has. Oh, sorry, as I go to the race director, you see Binker's trying to make a lunge down the inside, and that's just not going to find him.
I'll check race director for you.
Yeah, thank you. Right.
No
Luigi has said there'll be a safety car at lap 20. But
he has no warnings.
Oh my, how? As Vinkers pulls to the inside.
He's clearly just cruising.
Yeah, pulls to the inside of Matt, and it's an easy pass. And 4 tenths the gap. And he'll pull away, but he's very far off track, so that'll be a warning to Vinkers. So that'll be onto another penalty eventually for him. Okay, right, I'm going to do something different in chat right now. We're going to go to emo only chat, whatever that does. So, right, describe. Alright, no, yeah, okay. Right, describe. So, right, you just whacked a bunch of Pokemon. Right, okay. So yeah, describe, if you can, because I don't really know what the emotes are. Describe the race start using just the emotes, if you can. They might be dreadful. Yep, they're dreadful. Ignore me. Don't do that, because there's no good emotes. But don't worry about that. As Matt getting out of shape around the final corner, 5 tenths separating them, as the medium's becoming the better tyre now, as Sheehan the first to get off the soft tyre, and Binkers won't be able to put much of a defence up, as it is a bit of role reversal as Matt goes up into P6 and takes that place away from Binkers, and will subsequently pull the gap after that. And the gap at the top, 2.7, so time is being found by Ricardo, and by Russell, and time is being found.
1.9.
Oh yeah, so Ricardo is finding time.
Or is it Russell starting to struggle?
Ricardo would be struggling first, I'd say. His tyres are older, but Ricardo going slow into the final corner and boxes.
Russell
is
box.
Russell going to box? Is Ricardo going to box? No, Ricardo stays out. what does Hunji do? Hunji also staying out on his mediums. It only makes sense. And he does get ahead of Russell.
Russell got DRS. No, Hunji got DRS off the lap car of top.
And it's going to be close between Hunji and Russell here. Will Owen. Owen's going to get ahead of Russell.
Right, if this man does not turn into Fernando Alonso, I'm going to cry.
So the big style defense now, it's going to be the Hunji SD defense now from Owen and Jeansy. Getting very close to Russell. Russell's in AI. So he's just going to drop. And Jeansy will try to make the move. And Russell's still in AI, so he'll drop to P5 and will Bing take the move.
He's back now.
Is he?
I think. Is he back?
He's
no, he's
AI.
not.
This top gets another time penalty. And will Ricciardo make the reaction and dive into the...
I think that's too early to box though for Russell. 16 laps on the mediums. It's definitely possible. However, Ricciardo does respond. Into the pit lane he goes. Hunji continuing on.
What is Hunji's plan going to be? When's he going to box? When does he feel will be the right time to box? As Owen also staying out and will get ahead. Will he get ahead of
Russell? Is
Ricciardo?
back now, by the way.
Close. Is he? Okay. It's going to be close, and Owen will get ahead, and so will Jeansy, and most importantly, so will Russell. I think. No, Russell will be alongside. It's going to be Monza between Lewis and Max Verstappen, and it's going to not have contact involved in it yet. It's very close. There is contact.
A little bit tapped.
The tyre to sideboard. There is contact again. Right as the rear tyres, rear and front tyres making contact. And it's a horrible camera angle to watch this. We'll just switch to Russell's point of view. He's going to nip down the inside, but he's not made the move. As Ricciardo sticks with him, gives him a bit of a squeeze. They're still side by side, and they're still side by side. And Ricciardo is gonna have to back out. I think yes, he is. So Ricciardo will lose the position after a good side by side. Little scrap.
Oh, Russell having a wonderful little drift through there.
I just saw the sparks. I looked down at the chat. Oh, that's big home. That's Binkers and straight into the wall. But I think it's just a bit of lag because he did just almost drive straight into the wall. And Russell once again twitching on the rears. He's not got the best.
Oh, Matt spun it into the pit lane. That's an interesting rejoin choice there.
But
Russell has built his pits.
Takes the place back. And he's got 4 tenths already. I mean, it's now 2 tenths.
This is what Hunji needs. He needs them to battle.
How much time do you lose in the pit lane?
Solid 20-something seconds.
I am now Googling.
Owen picks up another 3-second time penalty. I believe that now puts him on to 6, if that makes me correct. Yes, I am right.
Around 22 seconds on top of the actual stops. It's about 25 seconds that you'll lose. As we talk about Owen, 8 tenths now separating Owen and Jeansy. Hunji's championship rival, and will want to get past his championship rival's teammate. I am waffling. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but it's very close between the two. It's 9 tenths, so it won't be done by Jeansy just yet. It'll probably get done the next straight. There's only 4 tenths between them. And Ricciardo and Russell swap in position. But it's a great switch back from Ricciardo. As Russell goes deep, Ricciardo will see, but he will get back ahead. So they're now on equal playing field. But they're not equal with Hunji's. Hunji's only on the 3. And Russell will get back ahead. But they're still side by side. There's contact between them again. But it's still cleaner than Tier 2. As Jeansy And Owen,
Tier
battle
1.
away.
This is Tier 2.
This is Tier 2, Tier 1. Cheers, Luigi. Luigi in 25 to 27 seconds. You're losing the pit stop. Because you've got to worry about turning your pit assist off as well. And it's one of them pit lanes that doesn't work well, I'm assuming. But it's Owen building a train, and that is what is perfect for his teammate. Because if they are stuck behind behind Owen,
Jeansy decides to pit. He doesn't want to be involved in this train.
Assume the set of softs going on, 11 laps on softs.
And
doable.
that, however, disrupts Russell. As Russell would have had a perfect time to go for Jeansy. Instead, he now has to try and close up to Owen, as Mikhail picks up another 3-second time penalty.
And I'm sure Owen will be able to defend, but as Russell going off, and we'll get a warning for that. And Mick is out, and that might be a safety car, you know. It's not going to be. As down the inside Russell goes, it's a good move. And Owen leaving him the space, not putting that much work in the defence. And Owen now just, is he going to let Ricciardo go?
That should be a safety car, by the way. If you watch on board with Russell, where the car
gone.
is, oh, it's gone now. It was basically right. So, as right, literally right where Russell was now.
Right, what, in the track?
It was half on the track, half off the track.
Oh, right.
Owen deciding against to defend from Ricciardo, letting them pass instead. Hungy continuing.
It's not going to be great, I don't think, for Hungy any boxes. Because he's going to be 10 seconds down at least. It seems, unless he can find some big time at Owen boxing them. Off of his mediums, on soft tyres he'll go. And there he goes then. But I guess Russell hasn't got the DRS advantage anymore as Owen drops down to P8, and he will stay in P8 on his softs, and he can put the pressure onto Jeansy. He did lose that position then. Good undercut from Jeansy. Solid time found.
That VSC certainly has cost Hungy the win here. What, if it's 25 to 27 seconds, then he's going to be behind Big Homie.
Yeah, it's not good.
With over 6 seconds to catch.
Yeah, it'll be about 10 seconds. Russell gets another penalty. 9 seconds now for Russell. So that does really change this race up then.
As Hungy comes into the pit lane, does not speed, that is good.
So we'll watch this pit stop then on board. We won't watch it on board, it doesn't let you. Good stop. But Russell will, and Ricciardo will get ahead. But I don't know if Big Homie will. It'll be close, but he won't. Big Homie will still be behind. So P3
now
behind
that
by 4
has
seconds.
Worked perfectly. He can now push like a stab.
He doesn't need to. He just needs to keep within 6 seconds of Russell and 3 seconds of Ricciardo, and he will take.
Well, then in reality, all he's got to do is close up to Ricciardo then, because he's in the time of Russell.
No, he's 4 tenths behind right now. Oh yeah,
no, 5.2. Yeah, gap leader.
He needs to find. Oh, I'm on interval right now. He's 3.9. He needs to find 3 seconds to Ricciardo. He's find a second to Ricciardo, but he can do that on the fresh softs.
He can do that.
He just doesn't need to kill them, and he needs to be careful on them. But 9 tenths separate the leaders. As Matt and Eddie very close. There's contact between the two. I mean, two friends. They used to know each other, and they're rather close outside of F1WL. And there is contact between them. But 7 seconds now at the top. Ricciardo on the fresher tyres. He does know though, he doesn't need to push too hard, because at the end of the day, it's not like it's a big, you know, he just needs to be within 3 seconds and pull the gap to Hungy as Russ has a bit of a weave down the straight.
This is going to be very, very interesting.
2 tenths though, as Ricciardo doesn't think about a dive bomb. And Jeansy the fastest lap, so that'll give him the extra point over Hungy and Russell. at the top of the championship. But it's now going to be Ricciardo will look to the inside and he will get ahead. And to get not the squeeze, but went a bit deep, having to causing Russell to have to take a bit of avoiding action.
As it stands, by the way, Hunji will win the race.
Yeah, he just needs to keep it clean and keep his tyres alive. And Ricciardo gets a penalty. And Ricciardo's in the wall. Ricciardo's round. So Hunji will get into P2. And Big Homie will be able to put the charge for his teammate. It's Ricciardo, he just obviously he's got no front wing. Has F1 Ricciardo, so I'm assuming Ricciardo just went over the curbs and ended up spinning, getting a penalty in the meantime. And Hunji now 1.3 behind Russell. He doesn't need to push. And I think his race engineer will be telling him that. So there we go. Sam just done the exact same thing. As Ricciardo, though, with this pit stop, drops him down behind Sheehan. But the advantage, though, is he's on a fresh set of softs in P8. And Hunji.
By the way, I'm pretty sure it'll be a race win, and then P5 for a win. I think that's constructors wrapped up.
Is it?
If my maths is roughly correct.
I'm gonna ask Mick, so I want clarification, so I can give us I can give you that.
Because
bit of.
It's Red Bull behind us, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll quickly do the maths. So it's 100 points right now. If we got the win and 5th, that would be 35. Russell would get second, which would only be 18.
He wouldn't get second. He would. Big Homie needs quite a bunch of time, but Hunji wants this win on the road, and he does take the lead. I think constructors might be wrapped up because it's about it's 25 plus 18. Oh, in P4, by the way.
That would be. Okay, so then I think constructors will be wrapped because Red Bull only will get 18 points from this. We'll now get 38. If my maths is right, should be 38.
25 plus 15. 25
12.
Plus 15. Oh yeah, 15's third, isn't it? Yeah, 12. But by the way, the gap already 1.2. Is Hunji pushing too hard?
I think he can make it to the. It's only another 6 laps. It'll be 8 lap tyres.
True. And Russell's mediums probably will be starting to scream out in it's Jeansy. Also on the softs, he's got a comfortable advantage he's got the comfortable advantage as Hunji gets the fastest lap. He wants that point.
Maybe that's why he was pushing.
We've got the coffee message from Samwise then. So, the race engineer talks going on. Binkers will fall behind his former team as them two starting to battle Big Homie and Ricciardo.
Wait, I'm going to quickly do the maths. I'll mute my mic because I'm going to ask Alexa. But...
Alright. So, 1.5 at the top. Binkers 5 tenths back, 6 tenths back on Ricciardo, and Ricciardo only 5 tenths back on Big Homie. Will Big Homie put much of a fight up against his teammate? I doubt it. Red light flashing. But Ricciardo has no ERS, you can see it on his dash. Or if that's what you... Well, it's not a dashboard, is it? Because not normal cars, but it's telemetry. Going them, he's got nothing. Only 6% left for Big Homie, but he's not be able to make the move now. This is looking good for the Haas pair. If what Sam is confirming is indeed confirmed.
If my maths is right, we win constructors if it stays like this.
Alright, I don't want to give the message to be wrong.
No, because it's right, so if we win with fastest lap and fourth, we're on 244. Red Bull are on 124 with Russell second. That's 120 points.
Yeah.
That's not that's impossible. Even if Red Bull were to get 2-1-1, yeah, with 2-1-2, the fastest lap isn't 120 points. Okay, well we'll have to remove the fastest lap now, so that's 2-4-3. But still, it's impossible. I think we're constructors if it stays like this.
Let me just check the calendar.
If I'm correct.
Oh, it's the only 2 races to go. Have you added the sprint points on as well?
No. So that'd be even more, considering we got a 1-4 in that as well.
Why is there an ad? What? Oh, there's an ad. David, I'm sorry, that's not me. Oh, God. Sorry, by the way, we're getting a bit of a message here. Ben is underfueled by underfueled by half a lap. So Hunji, underfueled by half a lap. He's going to need to keep it clean now. The race engineer lets us know that. So will there be a push now from Russell and Jeansy? Still 14 seconds behind. Jeansy needs to find a bunch of time. He needs to find 5 seconds if he wants this. Luigi, can you also confirm what Sam's saying? Because obviously you probably know the points. Can Haas do it, or are we completely wrong? .4 the gap at the top. It's looking good now. He's only got 3 seconds of penalties. He's got Monkey ahead of him. And he'll just clear him. Monkey getting out of the way quickly. Big Homie still 2 tenths off of his teammate. 4 tenths now with the DRS. Just can't catch as the red light flashes. I assume for both of them. Just Hunji's commanded this race very well.
Well, he might not if he runs out of fuel.
Yeah, he's not using the high gears around the corner. He does need to lift and coast. But I thought that was I saw the Alfa Romeo behind, or just ahead of the with Russell. I thought, oh, Jeansy's caught quickly. What's happened to Russell? But no, it's what do you call it? It's Monkey. Right, yeah, Luigi's saying post-race penalties, so that is true. Yeah, not looking good for Hunji right now, but 3 seconds, he's still building that gap. He needs to be careful on the fuel. But I think he knows what he's doing. He's just doing a good job so far today. But Big Homie going side by side with his teammate Ricciardo, and Ricciardo gives him the space, and both drivers just being respectful. They're toying at this point, they're having a bit of fun. And the gap's still extending at the top. The medium versus softs looking good for the soft tyres. We go to the penultimate lap now. And Ricciardo gets another penalty. That is 12 seconds. Oh yeah, Luigi, yeah. I forgot you said there'd be a safety car on lap 20. But Big Homie will probably make the move on his teammate now. I'm not sure how happy the Ferrari boss will be with these two battling, but I'm not sure if he'll be overly annoyed as Matt gets himself another penalty, and so does Top. This is, are you here, Sam?
Yeah, I'm just worrying about trying to sort out Ben's fuel issue at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough. Is he lifting and coasting? Is there some big... Is he listening to the race engineer?
Well, I've stayed on board with him because there's not many battles besides the Ferraris.
Yeah. That's what I'm watching.
He's doing it, but not much.
Oh dear. But maybe he feels confident with the time he's got.
Yes,
I don't know how much time he'll lose. Because he'll go...
If he was on minus 0.6, meaning he'll melt around halfway round the lap.
Yeah. And it's on hard. It's not even like it's on easy fuel, if you know what I mean, like management. And now the time's being lost. So is he now lifting and coasting?
He just doesn't seem to be lifting. Well, going into turn 1, I don't think he lifted at all. He just broke. Yeah, he's run out of fuel.
He's out of fuel. On the final lap. Oh no, he's back. He is going slow. So that is it gone for Hungy. It's all gone to pots. The fuel is gone. The tank is empty. He's just got to hope he can stick within 6 seconds of Russell. What was he thinking? He's already a second down. He might lose P2 here. So there goes
my maths goes out of the window now.
Yeah, there goes the constructors' run. What was the thinking on Hungy's
We clearly
side?
expected safety cars. Yeah. I think he'll keep P2 here because Jeansy's too far back.
There are the fireworks going as Russell will come to the final corner now and will take the win in the what's this race? The Mexican Grand Prix, and Hungy will limp home for P2 as Ricciardo and Owen battle away, and Sheehan gets 10 seconds. But it's looking good now for Ricciardo in P3, but with penalties applied, Owen gets 10 seconds for corner cutting. And Owen's also out of fuel. So
let's big shocker.
P3, Ricciardo P4, Jeansy
with penalties goes up to P3.
Ricciardo P5, Owen P6, Binkers in P7. Eddie will actually take P8, it seems, if he can keep the second gap. He's also out of fuel, and so is Sheehan, so is Matt, so is Mano. Everyone under fueling.
Everyone under fueled, expecting safety cars, and they just never came.
Everyone except Russell not under fueling the car. But with that race, a great drive from Russell. I mean, I'd say it wasn't looking like it was going to be his win, but he got it at the end. And I think it's going to be
Ben didn't even under fuel apparently.
So he obviously just pushed too hard on the fuel. But it's a good drive.
Well, that's
what Red Bull wanted.
Came out of nowhere. It looked like for sure. It looked for sure. Hungy would have taken the win today, but no. As well, Jeansy from 7th getting up into 3rd. That will help his case in the drivers.
Yeah, that is big.
With inside information from our team, apparently Ben put in 36.3 laps of fuel.
So he obviously pushed that hard.
Pushed too hard.
It's unfortunate for him, but it's a deserved win today from Russell. He did a good job. Not as deserved as I mean, all of it biased was Hungy, but a good drive from drivers like Big Homie. In the end, he did lose some places and gain some places through the race, but he did gain a lot of places. But by going up to P4 from P13 on the start. But that is gonna be it, because there's not much to talk about now. By the way, only 2 retirements this race. Mick and High Caliber, surprisingly, considering only 8 finish. But thank you everyone for sticking around and watching. This is a good tier 2 race, surprising tier 2 race, with everyone being low fuel mode at the end of this one. So thank you everyone sticking around, and I'll see you Saturday. for Jeddah, and obviously you'll see Sam's driving around.
You'll see me taking my
favourite
first
street
win,
circuit.
hopefully.
Anyway,
I've got high hopes into it.
yeah, I think I do as well, because I know you can do good at
And
that track.
I'm sure you'll be very happy to hear before you round up. I've got no homework this week, so I can practice all week.
Yay. But anyway, that's enough of you hearing our voices. I need to sleep. I'm tired. Oh, we finished early.
Very early. It's because there was no safety cars.
True. Yeah, so it's early. Right. Goodbye, everyone.